The state capitol is buzzing. It is West Virginia University Day in the upper and lower rotundas. It's also MetroNews Talkline. Live from the Capitol, we're underway.
Do not attempt to change the station. You are surrounded.
We interrupt this program to bring you an emergency news bulletin. Repeat, this is an emergency bulletin. Keep your radio turned on.
From the studios of WVRC Media and the MetroNews Radio and Television Network, the voice of West Virginia, comes the most powerful show in West Virginia. This is MetroNews Talkline with Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows.
Check set lineup link. Activated Telos telephone. Switch network control from Charleston to Morgantown.
Stand by. Q Dave and TJ. You're on. MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Good morning. Welcome to the AARP broadcast location in the upper rotunda of the West Virginia State Capitol. It's MetroNews Talkline. We are live from the center of power here in the state of West Virginia. It is West Virginia University Day at the Capitol. Gold and blue all over the upper and lower rotunda today. We have a loaded-up show. The Mountaineer himself, Cade Kincaid, is going to drop by the show a little bit later on, second hour. Dr. Michael Benson, president at WVU, he will join us. He was presenting the university's budget to the finance committees this morning. We will talk to him in the second hour. Also, Brad McElhinney will stop by with his usual Capitol report. Say good morning, TJ Meadows. Morning, sir.
Good morning. It's a wonderful day to be an alumnus of West Virginia University. I'm tickled gold and blue, Dave, and I'm dressed accordingly.
Gold and blue. Well done. Did you see the inflatable PRT car downstairs?
I did. That's probably the only PRT car I've never been stuck in on a time or two in my tenure at WVU. But
listen, the jokes have been flying around the Capitol all morning about that PRT car. There's one outside the Capitol building as well.
I saw a real one outside there.
I think that's how Senator Oliverio got down here for this week.
Well, you know, one of the traditions at WVU around, I think it's homecoming time. Someone can correct me if I'm remembering wrong. But they take one off the tracks. They stick it in front of the Mountaineer, and they see how many people can get in it. So maybe that's what we need to do. Can we get every senator and every House member inside the PRT car at one time? Can we do it?
That could be interesting. That's how we'll get compromised on some of these bills.
Not let them out.
Not let them out. I like it. So we got a loaded up show today with a gold and blue flavor. We're going to start in the Eastern Panhandle, though. Jerry Wallace is the president at Potomac State University. He joins us on MetroNews Talkline this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, love it.
What is happening over in the Eastern Panhandle?
Well, Potomac State College, we're known as the Catamounts, home of the Catamounts, so you might see some Let's Go Cats as you walk around the rotunda. But at Potomac State College, we're happy because we're launching wrestling. We're bringing wrestling as a male sport, and we started this fall. We launched track and field, so a lot of student athletes at PSC, but we're boasting a 20% enrollment growth for the fall of 2025. So
wow.
Really, really happy about that.
Talk to me about your Metro tuition program. I was taking a look at the website. I would think that's a catalyst. You talk about the fact, hey, you can save yourself about $5,000 a year, I believe it is. And when we talk about affordability, tuition's not immune to that. Clue us in.
Yeah, absolutely. So PSC was one of the first to do the tuition, the Metro tuition. We started actually in one county in Maryland and one county in Virginia. So we decided to go statewide. So not only were those counties showing us a lot of love coming to WVU PSC, but when we went statewide, we seen a major growth, and that's how we got some of that 20%. But the students really love it. They connect to our campus. It's good to run into a student from Washington or from D.C. Metro, and they say, I love the mountains. I say, oh, yeah, come on, stay in West Virginia. Stay, learn, and raise your family here.
Potomac State President Jerry Wallace joining us here on MetroNews Talkline. What is the mission for Potomac State, and how does that fit into the mission of the overall WVU system?
Oh, I hope you guys are ready for this. The mission statement is, as an integrated division of West Virginia University, Potomac State College provides a broad range of high-quality associate degree programs as well as baccalaureate degree programs at a reasonable cost with a historic focus on teaching and learning and a commitment to providing a better life for all West Virginians.
And you've got that down.
We live it, and that fits into the major mission, as you see, providing the access and a better life for all West Virginians. I think that we are a hybrid school. That's why our mission kind of says associate degrees as well as bachelor degrees, because we're unique to the system. So we feed people that may not fit into Morgantown, they fit better in Kaiser, smaller classrooms, 17 on the average, and the professor will definitely know you. So if you miss class at PSC, we're going to find you. We're probably knocking on your door.
That sounds like meeting people where they are.
Exactly.
To me. Why is that so important today?
It's very important because we don't have a college-going community. And if we want to take that step from poverty, raising your family, getting a good job, we need to start somewhere. So PSC is a great place for someone that just has a GED, someone who dropped out. As a matter of fact, our graduation speaker this past year was a 42-year-old who started later in life. And he didn't believe he had the background to go to college, but we met him where he was, and he's a success story for us now. So we were happy. It wasn't a dry eye in the crowd. He actually lost his wife throughout that, but he persisted through. So we had a lot of connections with non-traditional. A person, like I said, with a GED will meet you where you are. We'll get you going.
We hear this from our friends over in the Eastern Panhandle all the time. We get forgotten on the other side of the mountains. You don't pay enough attention to us. What would surprise people who probably know Potomac State's been around a long time? They know it's there, but what would surprise them about what's happening on campus today?
Definitely the connection to Morgantown. We're only an hour and a half away from Morgantown, so a lot of our students, they're there Monday through Thursday, and if they want to do something local, they can do that, but you can just get on a ride with your friends and take a nice trip to Morgantown, enjoy those games. But we also have sports on our campus. So people don't know that we are going to celebrate next week 125 years of history of being Catamounts. So we're walking around with posters, commemorative posters and things like that, but in Kaiser, you have Mineral County, you have a lot of things that you can go to. We're only 2 hours from Pittsburgh, 2.5 hours from Baltimore, so it's a great ride, great region to be at.
Talk to us about some of your academic offerings. What's hot right now? What do you offer that the market is really seeking?
Definitely nursing. So like we said, we have the associates as well as the bachelor's. The 4-year nursing program is connected to WVU. As I look out in the rotunda, I'm looking at WVU Tech. That culinary program is actually a PSC program that we offer. So one unique thing about all of our programs is that they're generally all over the state. So we're able to partner with anybody like a marshal. We're looking at even doing an aviation maintenance technician program with them. That would be a unique partnership. So we're looking at anything that could be CTE, but right now we're seeing a lot of things that could get people jobs that are really important. But one unique program I really like is the transferability. So be able to take all of your associate's degree, all those programs from your home, you can do that online with PSC. So those are very popular programs.
That has to be a huge selling point, that you can stay at home around Kaiser, Eastern Panhandle, Mineral County, but if you need to go to WVU in Morgantown, if you need to go down to Tech, you have this statewide, system-wide advantage.
Yes.
That it just has to be a huge recruiting tool for you.
Absolutely. So in that 20% of growth, a lot of them have been high schoolers. I personally went on a President Catamount chat tour as far as 200 miles from our campus, and I go into the high schools for 30 minutes with an enrollment rep, and we talk about what school is like. Some of the pressures. Can you make it? What will be fun? And I want people, especially West Virginians, to understand that they can meet a college president. I'm at ground level. I'll tell you what it's like. And that has been an excellent selling point, is that I went as far as 2 hours. So I was in Clarksburg selling this story and just telling, and I told those students, you may never come to our campus, but you could do it all online and then go to Morgantown after you get your associate's degree.
Why are you a college president? Give us your background. Why are you doing what you do?
I'm originally from Michigan. So I played basketball, but I only went to college because I was an athlete, and I knew I could go for sports. And then I just learned. I like to learn. I became a lifelong learner, went to a master's, got a doctorate, and then went back and got another master's. But I believe education is the great equalizer, and you could be anything in this nation as long as you educate yourself and put 2 feet forward. So being the college president was because I like to lead, and I think other people follow my leadership. So hopefully I can encourage other students to want to be a president.
How many minutes could you go now?
In basketball?
Yeah.
Not that long. Not that long. I mean, I want to tear an Achilles or something. I look good, but I can't play good.
I look good, but I can't play. Oh, come on. You get out there with the team every now and then?
I do. Well, I play games at halftime. At halftime, I'll shoot for a couple of dollars. I lost my first one ever. I lost my first shooting competition against a student this fall. So I'm a little hurt. So thank you guys for bringing that up.
But think how special that is. How many schools do you know at halftime you can go out and shoot around with the president? That means something.
So you guys can help me. I would challenge any other president that you talk to in any sport in this state. They're a little older than me, so I think I got them. I could beat those guys. Not students, but I could beat other presidents.
So you're challenging Benson? You guys want to go one-on-one?
Well, he's my boss, not him. I got to let him win. I have to let him win. But anybody else.
Jerry Wallace joining us, Potomac State president. What do you want lawmakers to take away from today, specifically about Potomac State?
Potomac State would be your hybrid. We're the pilot school. If West Virginia wants to be a leader in the nation, they should focus on PSC as what we can do. Like I said, we can partner with a community college, we can partner with Marshall, but we're here to serve. So I hope that they understand that we're a great catalyst for everybody in the state, and we're here to serve.
Jerry Wallace, Potomac State president. The challenge is out there. College presidents, he's ready to go, one-on-one.
Winners want the ball. I like that. Winners want the ball. He wants the ball.
We'll get him out there. Hey, Jerry, good to talk to you. Glad you could stop by with us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Coming up, we're going to talk to the president at WVU Tech. It's MetroNews Talkline WVU Day at the state capitol. We're back to the AARP broadcast location in a moment.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
At the Health Plan, we are here for you, and we have been one of the most trusted carriers for over 40 years. Headquartered right here in West Virginia, providing exceptional health coverage and local customer service.
The Health Plan, we are here for you.
Since 1926, the West Virginia Hospital Association has been the collective voice of our state's hospitals. With a shared vision of strengthening communities, improving lives, and supporting our state's economic well-being, our member hospitals work every day to provide high-quality, accessible care. This year, we celebrate 100 years of a unified voice and our ongoing commitment to supporting our members in achieving a strong, healthy West Virginia.
A message from the West Virginia Hospital Association, online at WVHA.org.
Running a small business means wearing a lot of hats, and dealing with tech problems shouldn't be one of them. CityNet helps West Virginia businesses keep their technology running smoothly, from networks and computers to backup, security, and day-to-day support. Whether you don't have IT staff or you have a small team that could use extra help, CityNet can take care of the technology or work alongside your team to fill in the gaps. With proactive monitoring, fast local support, and solutions built on CityNet's fiber network, your business stays productive instead of reactive. Call us at 1-844-CityNet to get started.
You're listening to Talkline on MetroNews, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Across West Virginia, hospitals are always here, healing, helping, and standing strong for our communities. Hospitals save lives and build livelihoods. They're among our largest employers, with a passionate workforce of 54,000 West Virginians. Hospitals are economic drivers, contributing close to $17 billion to our state's economy and working to ensure access to care for all. From life-saving moments to wellness support, West Virginia hospitals keep our state healthy, our families strong, and our future bright.
New year, new trucks. Start your year off with a new truck from Dan Calva Toyota World. Now lease a 2025 Tacoma for as low as $299 a month. Save over $7,500 off on select Tundras or get 2.99% for 72 months. It's your last chance to get a gas model 2025 RAV4. Don't miss out. Come experience cars you can count on year after year. Dan Calva Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the road.
Poca Valley has proudly served the citizens of Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties for over a century. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to building relationships and meeting your financial needs. And with the Poca Valley Visa card, you can enjoy competitive interest rates, no annual fees, and a rewarding points program, all from a bank you know and trust. Visit your local Poca Valley office to apply or call us. Poca Valley, where relationships matter. Member FDIC.
West Virginia. Metro News Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
WVU Day at the state capitol. Dave and TJ at the AARP broadcast location. Coming up just a little bit, bottom of the hour. Amelia Nicely is going to stop by, West Virginia Watch. She has a new story posted today as lawmakers continue to discuss child care and how to handle that issue. We'll talk about that coming up on the other side of the news break. But joining us now at the AARP broadcast location, the president at West Virginia University Institute of Technology. We call it WVU Tech for short, Ramon Stuart. Good to see you.
Hey, Dave. How are you? TJ, how are you?
Good, sir. Thank you.
Pretty well. Thanks for stopping by. WVU Tech, what do you want lawmakers to know about WVU Tech today?
Yeah, here in February, on the 16th, we will celebrate 131 years of providing educational opportunity to not only the citizens of West Virginia, but also our nation and our world. And so we're very proud of the rich legacy that we've had. We're very proud of where we are, but more importantly, we are excited about what we can and will do for the people in this great state of West Virginia.
Talk about Tech's legacy as an engineering school. In my first career, electrical engineers worked around them. It was WVU Tech.
Yes.
It was West Virginia Tech. That's where you went. Talk about that legacy.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one from the banks of the Kanawha down to the New River Gorge Valley. We are one of only 2 American higher education institutions that have ever changed location. And while we've changed and our zip code may not be the same, one of the things is we do, and we will continue to provide high-quality STEM education. And I think that is fortified on that foundation of the grit and resiliency that comes with being a West Virginian. And then, working with bright minds, helping to shape and mold them into the future leaders, whether they're engineers or doctors or lawyers. At Tech, we believe we engineer success. And I think success is one of those things that's contagious, not only in Montgomery or Beckley, but throughout this state and this nation, too.
Famous for engineering, but there's more than just engineering, right?
Absolutely. I always say, Dave, we engineer success. For instance, we engineer successful nurses. We have the state's number 2 nursing program, only behind our sister program up at WVU. We engineer successful construction managers. We're the only 4-year construction management program in the state of West Virginia. And we also engineer successful doctors and lawyers. We're more than just your typical ABET accredited engineering. We are committed to success. We meet you where you are. We work with you and help you go places you've never dreamed of going.
We were talking with Jerry before you came on. Your brethren up at Potomac State. You've got WVUP. You've got WVU Morgantown, obviously Tech. It makes me think kind of like California in that system. You've got UCLA, you've got UC Berkeley, you've got UC Sacramento, those kinds of things. Talk about how we're moving toward that integrated system and how it's really a collaborative effort, not so much a competitive effort.
Yeah, TJ, I say all the time to campus and to the team, all of us are stronger than one of us. And when you look at the resources, you look at the accessibility you get at a Potomac State that actually has a plethora of 2-year programs that opens up the door for people that may not be as prepared as they want to be. Then you go to someone like us that has that specialized niche, but then you're under that umbrella of one of only 181 Research One institutions in the United States, under the umbrella of an 1862 land-grant institution. That means that we have big institutional resources that we can apply in small local areas, which means you can start at Tech, you can start at Potomac State, and you can go anywhere.
We're talking with WVU Tech President Ramon Stuart, joining us here, AARP broadcast location. Where do your students come from?
Yeah, so that's a very interesting thing. So I believe in the Southern 13. I am a native of the Free State of McDowell County, and I believe it is my job to burn up every one of those country roads to bring people to Tech to be able to help them get to their next journey. But we have students throughout the 55 counties here in West Virginia. But we have students from around the nation. Our athletic programs are renowned. Our soccer team almost won a national title just last year. But we also have 117 students that come to us internationally. Just last year, graduated students from 17 different countries, which shows you the local influence that we have. But I like to say we're internationally known, but still locally respected.
That makes me feel like I can get diversity and I can get an international feel and experience that without leaving home.
Absolutely. And I think one of the neat things about it, you will see some of our students from whether it's the Free State of McDowell County or Wyoming County or coming across Bolt Mountain and Mingo County, they will meet an international student and you'll say, what are you doing for spring break? And they say, well, I'm going to Germany or I'm going to Spain. And I think that's neat because sometimes the exposure helps enlighten you to uplift you to aspire to do different things.
Yeah.
What was your path to becoming a university president?
Yeah, so it's pretty neat. I'm an engineer. I'm a computer engineer, but I went to engineering school in Morgantown, and it's ironic. I'm from the Free State of McDowell County, graduated from Mountview High School. I never heard the word engineering until I was a sophomore in college. And I say all the time, it's hard for you to be what you cannot see. And so I learned the things of an engineer. I learned how to prevent challenges from becoming problems. But then with that, I didn't know how to be an engineer. And fast forward, I started off at West Virginia State. I was in the professoriate for 6 years. And the only reason I got a PhD is I got tired of people calling me Dr. Stuart, and I had to correct them. And so I went up to Ohio University over there in Athens and had a great run. And when I came back, people said, what do you want to do? I said, I don't know what I want to do, but I want a job that requires me to wear a suit and tie every day and pay me enough money to do so. And so that's how I got into higher ed administration, spent some time down in Georgia as a provost and a president. And then these country roads brought me back home some 4 years ago, and that's where we've been.
And it sounds like it's very personal to you, being from McDowell County, connecting with those kids who may not get to see much of the world, let's be honest, and may not feel like they have an opportunity. They see someone that was there. Yeah. And I'm sure that's very important to you.
Yeah, whether it's from Welch to Weirton, I think we owe it to those of us that have been blessed to start literally, as the rapper Drake would say, started from the bottom, now we're here. And it's one thing for us as individuals to be here, but it is our job, I believe, that we work tirelessly day in and day out to help other people achieve the successes that we've been blessed to achieve.
Jerry threw down the challenge. He wants to go one-on-one. Any president in the state.
Well,
are you in?
I tell you what, and he played basketball and everything like that, but I think his good days are behind him. So I will challenge him to a mean game, a horse.
A mean game of horse
on my terms, on my turf, and we'll see who wins.
I don't think he could out-rebound you. I don't think he could out-rebound you because he post up, box him out.
I think he's a little frail and everything, so I have to put that body on him. Coach Hodge, I'd have to get some tips from Coach Hodge, but I think we can make it work.
There you go.
I'm thinking we put this on the TV app. We get the video truck out. We can just make a whole production out of this.
Yes.
You get out there and play, wouldn't you?
You wouldn't want to see that.
You wouldn't want to see me either, but I would do it.
You wouldn't want to. Ramon Stuart, WVU Tech President. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dave and TJ. Thank you for all that you do, and thank you for keeping the citizens of West Virginia informed.
We appreciate it. Coming up, we're going to talk child care. That's been a topic been floating around the Capitol this session. Amelia Nicely has a new story posted at West Virginia Watch. We will talk to her about that on the other side of the news break. Dave and TJ, Talkline from the state capitol. This is Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. It's 10:30. Let's get a news update from the Metro News Radio Network. Find out what's happening across the great state of West Virginia.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Jeff Jenkins. West Virginia's concealed carry law is getting a look by the state Senate. A bill approved Tuesday by the Senate Judiciary Committee would expand concealed carry without a permit law to 18 to 20-year-olds. Taylor County Senator Jay Taylor supports the bill. He says these are adults.
We're asking people that can vote, go die for our country in the military, but we're not going to allow them to be able to protect themselves.
The bill got strong support in the committee. Metro News statewide correspondent Brad McElhaney writes more at WVMetroNews.com. The Morrow transmission line is officially filed at the state PSC for consideration, and groups are filing for intervener status.
Waddy, West Virginians Against Powerline Injustice is organizing their efforts to fight the proposed transmission line through portions of the state to power data centers in Virginia. President of the group, Tony Campbell.
Waddy will be an intervener, Mike. We have acquired and retained legal counsel in Charleston. We have a great lawyer who does nothing but specialize in Public Service Commission work. So he will represent Waddy.
Now, that line is proposed to be in service by the end of 2031. I'm Mike Knowlting for WVMetroNews.com.
State Fire Marshal's office investigating another fatal fire in the Mountain State in what's been a deadly week. This one in Follansbee, Brooke County. Fire authorities say a man in his 60s could not get out of his burning house Tuesday morning. You're listening to Metro News. For 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
How tough are you? It's the 41st Annual Tough Man Contest, sponsored by Astor Auto, Shirt Factory and Sporting Goods, Pro Trust Advisors, West Virginia Mobile Drug Testing, North Central West Virginia Airport, Alltech Environmental and Construction, and the West Virginia Polo Club, coming February 6th and 7th to the Parkersburg High School Fieldhouse. Fighters and ring girls wanted. Sign up or buy tickets at WVToughman.com. That's WVToughman.com. Tough Man Contest, February 6th and 7th, Parkersburg High School.
The true purpose of high school sports is not about playing time or winning trophies. It's not about getting college scholarships or going pro. If that's your focus, you're missing the point. High school sports are about teaching life lessons and helping students become better people. While winning is the goal, growing is the purpose of high school sports, and we believe that is worth protecting.
Let's join together to protect the purpose of high school sports. Visit protectthepurpose.com. This message presented by the NFHS and the WVSSAC.
A former pastor charged with multiple sex crimes in multiple counties will not go on trial in Lewis County until later this year. John Radcliffe was in court Tuesday in Weston. The judge agreed to move the case until June. Weather map pretty clear today in West Virginia, although it's going to be cold after that snow last night. Again, many counties in West Virginia for their school districts are closed today. A few are on 2 to 3 hour delays, but most are taking a closed snow day. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Jeff Jenkins.
No snow days here at the state capitol. Dave and TJ, ARP broadcast location. WVU Day, the Mountaineer himself is scheduled to stop by next segment. Brad McElhaney will join us second hour, find out what is and is not happening at the state capitol today. By the way, Rupi Phillips just confirming bologna sandwiches. Is that what that was?
That's what that was. I was kind of giving him, hey, you flipping bologna on the balcony today? And, yeah, it's Wednesday, man. It's fried bologna sandwich day.
Got to have your priorities at the state capitol, that's for sure. Amelia Nicely writes for West Virginia Watch and has a story posted this morning discussing the latest discussions about child care. Good morning, Amelia.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Isn't it great that the snow day and the weather doesn't even stop him flipping that bologna on the outdoor grill? I mean, that is commitment that I'm into.
Well, it's the only day all week everybody looks forward to, isn't it? That and Friday?
Yes. Indeed.
And both sides go in his office.
Yes.
He says, leave the politicking at the door. That's what Rupi says. And people go in there, and they do. They leave it at the door, and they have a good time, enjoy each other's fellowship and company.
And it is really good. I made a TikTok last year about Fried Bologna Day, and it's my most watched TikTok. Forget the bills, forget anything. It's that man flipping bologna.
I've never seen him turn anyone away.
No, he's very kind about it. It's great.
You've got a story posted up over at WestVirginiaWatch.com this morning. There's been discussions on child care, but there's been discussions on child care for several years here at the state capitol. Is anything moving yet this year?
We do have one bill that started moving yesterday. It's to address the widespread shortage of child care workers. So to put it in context, we have 25,000 West Virginia kids who can't access child care. And a big part of that is because we are a rural state with a child care desert. A child care worker in West Virginia makes about $11 an hour. That's difficult in this economy. And so we have a bill that's moving that would provide a scholarship for these child care workers' children to use to afford child care. So kind of helping solve some of that retention and attracting workforce.
Fiscal note on it yet?
Not that I saw yet. I'd have to go back and look, but there's a similar bill has an $8 million fiscal note.
Okay.
So in the Senate, it's a little bit different, but yeah, this childcare has been a topic I've covered for several years here, but it's a little bit like Groundhog's Day. At the end of every session, I say, and they didn't pass anything, and so we'll see if this year is different. Of course, there's a very strong economic focus in the House. The Chamber of Commerce has said that childcare is really pivotal to jobs in West Virginia. Like, if we can't solve the childcare crisis, we're not going to solve our workforce crisis. So
let me ask you this. I mean, just because your expertise, so I want your expertise, not necessarily your reporter view.
Sure.
When you look at this tri-share idea, in terms of the state picks up a third, the employer a third, and then the parent or guardian a third, how does that strike you? Do you see that as workable? Do you see it as a common sense solution?
Yes, absolutely. And it's been cool to see that have bipartisan support. Like, any question I had, a lawmaker had, and it was answered. So I think that's a great idea. And there is, I think there's a lot of opportunity there for our businesses to say, how can we help solve the problem? Because it's a win-win for them, it's a win for parents, et cetera. So yes, I think it's a great idea. If I can take my reporter hat off and put my mom hat on, I think it's great.
Amelia Nicely joining us on loan from West Virginia Watch. Delegate Kathy Hess-Krause, this has been a priority issue for her. She had bills last year. What's she proposing this year, and are those moving anywhere?
One of hers is the one we just talked about. It's that providing a subsidy for child care workers to help pay for their child's child care. She has other bills moving. I mean, she definitely has been one of the strongest advocates for child care in the legislature, certainly in the House. I talked to her yesterday and I said, is this a priority for your caucus? And she paused and she said, it's a priority for me. I would say it is a little bit of a priority for my caucus, but it's mostly a priority for the women in here. And I think that's important to point out because we have the fewest number of women lawmakers in the country, and that directly plays into why we don't see these bills pass, in my opinion. Not to say we don't have male lawmakers who champion this issue. We do have a couple, but Delegate Krause and I have talked last year and in the past. I think the demographics of this legislature certainly impact those bills being a priority.
Will time change that? Will generations change that? Where it's seen as more of a, let's just call it a spade a spade. A lot of times here, it's the wife's responsibility, and maybe it shouldn't be. It should be a shared responsibility.
I mean, we do have lawmakers who I think ideologically are opposed to the government supporting child care, right? But I don't know if time will change. We have to see. I mean, we saw a wave of women in this last candidate filing period. Maybe that will, but that's not the only thing, but I think it is important to note. I mean, there are fiscal notes that stop these bills. There are other issues, but I do think the demographic of the legislature really comes into play here. So.
Over on the Senate side, Mike Oliverio's got a bill. I think it's 429. Does that sound about right?
That sounds right. They're all starting to run together, I got to be honest.
What would his bill do? Same thing?
It's a scholarship act. Yeah, it's a little bit broader, but yes, Kentucky enacted a similar program. He was really excited about it, and so yes, it would provide that scholarship for child care workers. I mean, we saw hundreds of child care providers close their doors in the last 2 years, and a lot of that is connected to not being able to retain their own workforce. So I think addressing that workforce piece is really important this year.
Governor spoke in the State of the State. I believe it's also in his budget. A $6 million add on top of what is already the base when it comes to foster care children and being able to put them in a facility here in West Virginia as opposed to an out-of-state facility. Is that moving? What are you hearing?
So that bill, there's the House's version of the governor's proposed bill is moving, and it's been sent to finance. That bill is a little bit interesting because the bill creates the fund. So we have not seen the fiscal request yet for that $6 million. They'll have to do that after they create the fund. So I imagine it'll be funded in the back of the budget. So it is moving, but it's in finance. And I imagine, and what I've heard around the Capitol, is that bill will pass out of finance. Many bills get stuck in House finance, as we know. But that is a governor priority. And also that's a priority for a lot of Republicans, particularly in the House. They see that we're spending $60 to $65 million per year sending foster kids out of state. So there's a fiscal concern. Also, we lose some oversight of those children once they go into facilities all over the country, and they're taken away from their community, right? Just because they're removed from their home, now they're also removed from their aunt and uncle down the road as well. So I think the fiscal concern and the safety concern of those kids will prompt that bill to move. I don't think we'll see all of the governor's priorities move this session, but I imagine that Bring Them Home Fund is going to pass this legislature.
Well, we learned, I think it was either late last week when Alex Mayer was talking to the committees, that with the beds we do have available, a lot of them are being taken up by truant students, and I didn't know that. So it just adds to this very complex issue of trying to get a handle on this wide-ranging foster care CPS issue we have here in West Virginia.
Yes, truancy is a problem. We've tightened up our truancy laws in the last couple of years here. However, truancy is a symptom of a bigger problem. There's not a child sitting in a facility just because of truancy. Typically, truancy is because there's maybe abuse and neglect going on at home or a behavioral issue. So, yes, it is oftentimes these kids, we were told these kids are sent to these facilities to have an on-the-ground school to make sure they're learning.
I mean, I'll be honest, guys, $6 million, though, I don't know what I don't know. That doesn't sound like a lot to me to be able to get the job done. I mean, spend $25 million. It's still better than 65.
I have said the same thing. I mean, I'm not an expert in the budgeting of these facilities, but that seems like a drop in the bucket. Lawmakers have told me they feel confident in it, but, I mean, we are talking about bringing hundreds of children home, and we have to renovate facilities to bring them here. The governor wants to renovate state-owned buildings. But on top of that, and I think this is the most critical piece, you and I talked about this, I think, on the show before, we have to staff these buildings with professionals who can help children. We're talking about children who have set fires because they've experienced a trauma, and it comes out in them being an arsonist, right? Like, kids who have been through extreme trauma need very specialized staff. We already have a shortage of child psychologists in West Virginia, so I'm not sure how the $6 million covers renovating facilities and recruiting staff, because you're right. In this building, $6 million is like chump change, right? Like, that's nothing.
Well,
so
staff's an ongoing expense.
Yes, for sure. And this is a one-time fund, because the goal is that once we bring them home, we take our savings. But I'm not sure we're going to get there on $6 million, but we'll see.
It's a start.
It is a start. It is. Yes.
I'm for it. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
I'm for 20. Well, I mean, 20 is cheaper than 60, whatever. And we didn't even talk about brain drain. I mean, we want to keep children here. We need them to be productive citizens here. So it's a great bill. I'm for it. I want to make sure people understand that. I'm not against it.
I have been, one of the first big foster care investigations I ever did 5 years ago was into us sending kids out of state. And some of these facilities out of state have had abuse allegations, horrible allegations. And so this is something I've covered closely. So I think to see a governor taking this specific issue and making a priority is great news for West Virginia foster care.
All right, I'm going to pull a McElhenney on you. What else you watching today?
What am I watching today? Oh, I know. Well, in the Senate, Finance is going to take up the health facilities budget. You may recall we sold 4 long-term facilities, but yet their budget line item has increased because the remaining 3 facilities still need so much work. And so, granted, the budget would be more if we hadn't sold the 4, but yeah, that caught my little ears by surprise to know that line item was increasing this year. So I'll be watching that very closely to get more information.
You can read her work each and every day from the state capitol, westvirginiawatch.com, and made nicely on loan from West Virginia Watch. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. The Mountaineer himself is standing right over there. He'll join us next on MetroNews Talkline from the AARP broadcast location. Back in a moment.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. But the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
Heart problems don't always require surgery. At WVU Medicine, we offer world-class care, close to home and always within reach, through our interventional cardiology team. Using minimally invasive procedures, we help you recover faster and feel better sooner. For more information, visit wvumedicine.org/heart.
Hospitals drive West Virginia's economy. They produce jobs and create opportunities while keeping our communities healthy. Employing nearly 54,000 people, West Virginia hospitals rank among our state's largest and most dependable employers. They provide more than $1 billion in community benefits and generate nearly $17 billion in total economic impact each year. Hospitals are investing where it counts, advancing health, ensuring access to care, and powering West Virginia's economic future.
A message from the West Virginia Hospital Association, online at WVAJ.org.
Principal Greg Dosh of MTech.
Thanks to funding in part from West Virginia lottery proceeds, we're expanding MTech with a new STEM edition.
Across West Virginia, opportunities like these are made possible when you play, helping to ensure more students can discover their future right here at home. For 40 years, proceeds from the West Virginia Lottery for Education have totaled $4.1 billion. West Virginia Lottery, 18 plus to play responsibly.
You're listening to Talkline on MetroNews, the voice of West Virginia.
I have had a complicated relationship with food. My job was to talk to heart failure patients about diet and exercise. I felt like, why would you listen to me? Because I was not following a diet that was healthy for me. I needed help. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 175 pounds. I feel like I'm free. They hold the skill, they hold the tools, and they're waiting for you to come say that you need the help.
Trojan Landing Marine is now Charleston's newest power sports dealership.
We now feature a full line of sleek Suzuki street bikes and four-wheelers. We're now offering the innovative riding experience of Benda motorcycles. The next step in motorcycle evolution with all-electric Zero high-performance bikes. We've now got Segway vehicles starting as low as $10,000. Come in and check out our great selection of high-quality Benelli and Royal Enfield bikes. Visit Trojan Landing in Charleston, now your water, road, and dirt dealership.
Coming to Parkersburg High School, February 6th and 7th. Who are the toughest men and women in the state of West Virginia? Watch Tough Man live on MetroNews Television to find out. Featured fights, top 5 finishes, and event archives. Download MetroNews Television on iPhone, iPad, Android, Roku, LG TV, Apple TV, Fire TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Find out more at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
Stike Wealth Enhancement Group is now Wealth Enhancement. And we craft detailed financial plans for people like you because you're building your retirement your way. You deserve advice that's built to handle what your life brings. To meet with your Stike team advisor, call us at 304-443-4240 or email stike-info@wealthenhancement.com.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Jackpots are growing in West Virginia. Jackpots are on the rise every week. Powerball hits Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Mega Millions lights up Tuesdays and Fridays. That's 5 chances a week to get in on life-changing jackpots. Play in-store and online, 18 plus to play. Please play responsibly. The Powerball jackpot is $80 million. Mega Millions jackpot's $346 million, so go ahead. Play today. Joining us at the ARP broadcast location, the man himself, the WVU Mountaineer, Cade Kincaid. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you guys.
Appreciate you stopping by.
Anytime.
How many selfies have you taken already today?
It's a slow day. The kids they're not in school, so that's usually my main target group, but I'd say good line's probably over under like 27 and a half.
Oh, you're just getting started.
Just getting started. It's early.
I have to ask you ever time yourself on how quickly you can load the musket?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how you consider loading it. So you can do the cheat way and have those little preloaders, which I have to do after the football games because Rich Rod, I don't know why, his field goals are always so much like it's as soon as he can kick them, he kicks them on the extra point. So it's like shoot for touchdown, shoot for extra point. You got probably like 15 seconds in between. So that's kind of that's if I have the preloader ready to go, dump, shoot for touchdown, dump, shoot for field goal. It's like that.
Okay.
So how did you decide you were going to jump into the race, you were going to join the competition? Because there's a competition every year to be the Mountaineer. What prompted you to jump into that competition?
So I've always been very passionate about the state in whole. Like, it's always been something I've always loved. And the main reason for that is I think that the opportunities that it brought my family and like my mom and my dad is just something that's so beautiful. My mom's from small-town Richwood. My dad's from small-town Ansted. They wanted to make it better for me and my sister. They moved to Fayetteville to give us more opportunity. And they both went to WVU. So they've always credited the whole family that I loved, everything that I grew up with, to WVU. They're like, without that school, I wouldn't have my degree. Without the sports teams, that I wouldn't have fun. So just seeing them love the university so much, I was like, I'm going to go to school there. I was a good student, 4.2 in high school, just very, very adamant about my academics, but I didn't apply anywhere other than WVU. So I knew I wanted to be a student there, and then I'm such a sports nerd. I played 3 sports growing up. I was like, I kind of want to be involved with athletics, and then I found out all the stuff that I do within the state, and I was like, that'd be a great opportunity for me, and I think I would excel. So I applied, and I lost, which the competitor in me, then it was like, I'm gonna dedicate everything over this next year to get better and realize my passion and find a better way to verbalize why I want to be the Mountaineer so I have a better chance of winning.
So what did you do? What did you change? If you lost the first time, what did you work on to make yourself better?
So I found a program at the school. It was called the Kendrick Fellows, and the whole point of it is set up by Ken Kendrick, who I'd known as the guy from West Virginia that has the crazy baseball card collection because he's just a millionaire. And but I found out he was very passionate about West Virginia as a whole. So he set up a program where students can, if you're from West Virginia, you can enroll in the program, and they teach you about, it's called business ethics and the prosperity of West Virginia. It just teaches you about the small communities, and it teaches you about how there's so much opportunity here. You just got to go find it and what we can do as business people to make that. And that was very eye-opening to me because I'm a southern West Virginian. I didn't know much about the eastern or northern panhandles or some of the other areas, and they really taught me about that and how we can help each other prosper.
Cade Kincaid is joining us, the WVU Mountaineer. There's the fun stuff, game days, right, Saturdays, basketball games. What's your favorite part?
As a sports fan, it takes away some of your, normal enjoyment because, you're kind of working at the games now. So
right.
I love the sporting events, don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite things. Basketball's been amazing. I am a baseball nerd when it comes to like the MLB and college baseball. So that's the one I probably like to be at the most just because I can talk and I just shoot the rifle at every home run, it's fun anyways. There's not as many people. It's more relaxed. But I think going to the schools is what means the most to me. My high school had 2 kids out of the 70 go to WVU, and I just feel like it kind of upsets me, and it makes it sad that more kids don't realize that they're capable of going to WVU with the promise scholarship and everything. We really want you to succeed, and I wish that more people, had that image. And I've hoped that all the Energy Expresses, I'm the first. My backup and we were the first set of Mountaineers to go to every single Energy Express, which is just reaching out to low-income kids that need food over the summer and letting them know that West Virginia is an option. That's the thing that I'm the most proud of. So that's the most fun I've had is going to, like, Wyoming County, visiting 2 middle schools, and they were just so excited to see me. Hopefully I changed a mind or two. That's definitely the most fun I've had.
When your time is done, how do you want to use what you're studying, and how do you want to use the platform that you still get to keep as being a former Mountaineer? What do you want to do with that?
So I've always been passionate about southern West Virginia. It's where I'm from. I think it's just such a beautiful place that if something were to happen to me or my family, I'd like that community to be around me. So I've used what I'm studying. I study accounting, finance, data analytics, and business ethics.
My man.
Single major, triple minor. But the way that I'm going to leverage that in southern West Virginia is the coal mines. I want to go work in accounting for the coal mines. I'm lucky enough to go underground in an actual coal mine, not like the exhibition or anything. And I was in a 5-foot seam, so as a 6'3" man, it was rough. And I walk in there. This was like a week before I actually took over the role. I'd been announced, and those guys were so happy to see me, and I was miserable. I'm like, I'm just a 21-year-old kid. My back hurts, and they're on their 11th hour of the shift, and they're just like, just because I'm the Mountaineer, I was like, that's amazing. I love their work. I love the hard work they put in, and I think it's a very important thing for southern West Virginia. So once I found out that I could probably use this accounting and the connections I've made to go down there and work for the coal mines, that's probably what I'll do.
Do you get to take the musket hunting or anything? Do you
No,
get to, they don't let you take it out for muzzleloader season
No,
or anything?
I mean, if we ever did, we're never going to publicize it. It's not. That'd be very everybody knows about the problem we had in 2013
Oh yeah, I forgot
or 14,
all about
so
that. Yeah.
That's kind of shut that off.
Oh
and
yeah, sorry I brought that up.
No, I haven't. And I can't speak about every Mountaineer, but if they have.
Do you get to keep the hat?
I get to keep everything except for the powder horn and the rifle.
Nice. That is cool.
So the hunting thing though, it's just. I think we got that shut down, and then.
All right, pretend.
Yeah,
it's just us. Pretend I didn't even bring it up.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Cade Kincaid, he is the Mountaineer for West Virginia University. Hey, buddy, appreciate you stopping by. Thanks so much.
Hey, shout out Boone County.
Yeah, man.
Shout out St. Mary's.
Appreciate it, man.
Let's go.
Coming back, we'll recap the first hour, tell you what's coming up the second hour. This is Talkline from the AARP broadcast location.
Building a stronger West Virginia isn't just a dream, it's a mission. The High Technology Foundation knows economic diversity is the key. For over 30 years, they've been dedicated to transforming the state's economic landscape. Conveniently located in the heart of West Virginia, innovation, growth, opportunity, all under one roof. There's no need to look far for change. It's happening right here at the High Technology Foundation in North Central West Virginia. Visit WVHTF.org to learn more.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. But the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
At Glenville State University, we are pioneers. With over 45 undergraduate degree programs, 17 NCAA athletic teams, and countless campus organizations and activities, we're here to help you build your story while becoming a part of ours. Glenville State University, your dream, your future, your story. Visit glenville.edu today for more information.
Every day in West Virginia, we play for something bigger.
As a mom, I play for her education.
I play because it helps provide care for the ones who care for us.
I play to help keep our parks beautiful.
Why I play? Because every play supports West Virginia's future, our students, our seniors, and our state parks. For 40 years, proceeds from the West Virginia Lottery have totaled nearly $13.7 billion. I play. 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
You're listening to Talkline on MetroNews, the voice of West Virginia.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
On the next State of Minds.
My dad always said, don't let any one individual control your destiny, what you do, what your value is. And I wasn't about to let Paterno do that to me. I mean, it was just a phenomenal time, my first game, and to be accepted as a Mountaineer.
Start your new year off right with a new ride from Dancava GMC. Come explore our 2026 GMC Acadias. Spacious, smooth, and made for everyday life. It's truly a fan favorite. Drive into winter with a new 2026 GMC Sierra, now up to $12,000 off, or lease as low as $499 a month. So upgrade your ride this year with us at Dancava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop Thorough.
It's high school basketball season, and MetroNews Television has you covered. Rivalries, buzzer beaters, classic hardwood competition. Watch live and on demand from gyms across the Mountain State. Stream MetroNews Television on your iPhone, Android, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select smart TVs. Or visit MetroNewsTV.com for more information. High school basketball lives here on MetroNews Television.
MetroNews Talkline at the AARP broadcast location. That was a quick first hour. We got a loaded second hour coming up for you as well. We'll be talking to Brad McElhenney. He'll get us updated on what's happening under the Capitol Dome today. Also hoping to talk to WVU President Michael Benson. He was presenting his budget earlier this morning. This is Talkline at the AARP broadcast location on MetroNews. For 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Lost him. And you know what? It was just about to get good, too. It was just getting good. We lost
Should
him.
we take the break and maybe he'll call back? I don't know.
You know what? We can take the break, and we can see if Ethan can reconnect with him, because I want to hear where he goes with that answer. I don't know. CJ, I'm just saying, we just started bringing up some deep stuff, and then it gets cut off. Is the Illuminati listening to the show? Just saying.
Welcome back to the show. 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock?
That's it. I'm going home.
Dang, man.
See ya.
I wouldn't even be on the air on any of our stations before 8 o'clock. I don't know where that came from. Reading, it's hard.
Well, I think when you have a... I'll say in all candor, when you're in a foreign country and a monkey in a diaper sitting on your head, you're asking for trouble.
Discussion can end there. That's right. Boom. It's a definitive statement on the issue. Now we move on.
So how many times have you thought about that was a bad idea that I had a monkey on my head since you had the monkey on your head?
Every time I go visit Dr. Pellegrino, my personal doctor. Do you know what it's like to tell your doctor that?
Well, yeah, Doc, I also had a monkey. Excuse me? Had a monkey on my head with a diaper on. I bet you that's the first time Dr. Ron has ever heard that one. He's probably heard a lot of things.
He's heard a lot. Yeah, Dr. Ron has.
He's one of the great West Virginians. He's up there from the Northern Panhandle.
He's awesome.
Tremendous.
Yeah, Dr. Ron. Good dude.
We were talking in my office a little earlier, and a phrase that Ryan used that I was really kind of gobsmacked over. He started a sentence with me. He said, "We were watching football on Thursday."
I know, he did the same thing to me. He did this. Is this like Earth 2?
I said, what?
He came back and started telling me about the Cowboys and the Chiefs game.
I know.
You were watching the Lions game on Thanksgiving Day.
Well,
what happened? What happened to our little Ryan?
Well, when my Uncle Bill and my Uncle Chris asked if I want to watch football with them, I don't say no.
Okay.
So, because I'm not a I'm not a recluse anymore.
So if you have uncles that are big sports fans, do you get some creds? Are you like, hey, I'm actually kind of a sports show, syndicated?
Well, I don't.
Statewide.
Well, I don't want this to be a sports show.
Second game this season that Honors had 8 threes. Second time he's had 8 threes, and his coach has pulled him out with over 4 minutes to go.
You're up 40.
Yeah, but coach just does not want to see him get that record.
There may have been a discussion about that on exactly where he was in the number.
Did you let him know this time?
But there was a discussion about where he was with the number. But at the end of the day, Ross decided the juice not worth the squeeze there. With 3.5 minutes left is when he pulled him out after the timeout there. And that's a guy with a lot of minutes on his in his body. You need to rest him. But 2 out of 11, you got to think maybe he's going to approach that again. Here's what's wild. In those 2 games where he's just been one off of Alex Ruoff's record, he's now a combined 16 of 20 from 3 in those 2 games. So he didn't just make 8 threes, guys. He was 8 of 11 last night. He was 8 of 9 when he did it before. 16 of 20 combined in those 2 games.
Across this great state of West Virginia, welcome in high school game nights. I chuckle a little bit, folks, because it said early edition.
As compared to the
Only
rest
edition.
of the edition, yeah.
Yeah. Tonight is going to be interesting, to say the least.
10 seconds remaining.
Going to be a direct snap here.
Snap back. It's Tyler. Tyler fakes the run. He throws. He's got an open man. Pass top 10. 5. End zone. It's a touchdown. Pulled in by Nestor. 3 seconds left.
Are you kidding me with the play call right there by Kevin Whiteman? Again, forget the game-winning field goal. Whiteman says, we're going to try and win this thing right now. The direct snap to Tyler sucked everybody up, and Nestor slips behind. What an unbelievable gutsy play call, and then perfect execution by these Falcons.
You had a moment of clarity about when it all started to make sense for you?
It did, because I didn't want to be a filmmaker growing up. I didn't even know what filmmaking was growing up. I used to watch Oprah and Katie Couric, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to be you. And I worked at West Virginia University's radio station. I had a very thick accent. People would call in and make fun of me. And so I asked my roommates, my college roommates who were from Baltimore, to teach me how to talk differently.
Really?
Yeah. And it's a loss, I feel, from that. And it's probably one of the reasons why I love documenting people that are authentic. Like, I don't know if I'm authentic, but I think the people I find are very authentically who they are, and that's what draws me to them.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Second hour, MetroNews Talkline. We are in the upper rotunda of the West Virginia State Capitol at the AARP broadcast location. It is West Virginia University Day here at the Capitol. Most popular man in the Capitol is the Mountaineer himself, who just joined us a little bit ago. He barely got 10 feet, and he added to that selfie total on his way out the door. Dave Wilson, TJ Meadows, Stephanie Pauley is our on-site video producer. Zach Karolchek, man of the people, is back at the command center in Morgantown, and Ethan Collins running the radio side of things. Good morning once again, Mr. Meadows.
Good morning. I was so enjoying our conversation with Cade. Let me tell you what, sometimes I get a little down.
Really?
I get a little
I've
down.
I've never noticed that, TJ.
On our youth, I think we're not moving in the right direction. And then I talk to a young man or a young woman, and they've got a plan, and they're working their plan, and they're moving toward it, and they're being productive members of society. And I think, you know what? We're going to be okay.
We don't have time for the soapbox. Maybe Friday. This is why I tell people, go not just watch high school sports, get to know the student athletes in high school, and then you find out, well, the wide receivers, 4-point-plus GPA, National Honor Society, and it's already starting a pre-med path. And then you find out the point guard on the girls' basketball team is already working on her nursing degree. You find these things out, and you go, you know what? Maybe we're not all screwed like we thought.
Yeah.
You think,
well said.
Well, deep thoughts with Dave Wilson to start out.
You're right.
The second hour of the show. Sitting to our left, just go, what did I get myself into this morning, is Chris Ramezan, Cyber Resilience Resource Center at WVU. Hey, Chris.
Pleasure to meet you.
I don't know what you just stepped into with this conversation, but we're happy to have you here, bud. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you know what? Build on that with the Cyber Resilience Resource Center. First of all, come up with an easier name. We'd appreciate it.
I'm going to give that a shot.
But what is that, and how does that integrate into the WVU mission?
So our center is a statewide entity in West Virginia where we use our student and faculty talent across all WV higher education institutions to solve cybersecurity and technology problems for the state. So this can include small businesses, critical infrastructure like our water and power infrastructure. We want to go in and make sure that these facilities, these businesses, are keeping West Virginians' data safe. And we're going to use our student talent to do that. Get students out in the real world and help protect businesses at no cost.
AI is a tool. Unfortunately in life, some people use tools for good things. Some people use tools for bad things. How is AI reshaping cyber resilience and what you do every day?
So I think AI has been transformational to almost every business or sector that you can think of. Right now, people are putting massive amounts of their own personal data or business data in these AI chatbots to try to gain some sort of advantage. We are emphasizing for people to use these AI tools responsibly. Anything you put into an AI tool, consider that no longer private. So again, we want to teach people some of these best practices, right? Like, do not put your financial information into a AI chatbot because you want its help to make a spreadsheet, right? So think twice before you use these tools and reveal something that you ordinarily would not want to be on the internet.
Is that maybe the biggest misconception? And honestly, I hadn't thought of it in those terms with financial data, but you think, oh, I'm just going to put this, I'm just building a spreadsheet for me. But once it goes in, it's into the cloud, if you will, and it's no longer yours. I hadn't thought about it in those terms.
Absolutely. It's gone, right? As soon as you have entered that data into whether it's ChatGPT or Copilot or any sort of AI service provider, consider that data no longer private. You have lost ownership of that data. So just always be cautious of how you're using AI. Use it responsibly. I use AI tools almost every day. I'm a professor. I use it to help me modernize my lessons and help think of new research ideas. It's a great tool. But at the same time, make sure you're not putting anything sensitive in there.
So to kind of bring it home and make it tangible, if you did want to do some financial analysis and you wanted some ratios and you wanted AI to kick that out, just make sure you don't have account numbers by the cells that you're putting, that kind of thing, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, don't put your credit card numbers, don't put any bank account numbers, highly specific information to your business,
your birthday,
personnel, even your birthday. I mean, think about it. You know, when you're going to pick up something from the pharmacy, what's the first thing they ask? What's your date of birth? Right? So that is what we call personable identifiable information, PII. Make sure that you're not putting any information that's identifiable about you or your business online.
Talking to Chris Ramezan, Cyber Resilience Resource Center. How in demand will these jobs be? Cybersecurity, the jobs you're talking about with the Resource Center.
It's a hot sector right now. In the past, cybersecurity was just something that people didn't really think much about. But today, with digital transformation, all businesses using modern technologies and the internet and all sorts of digital devices that are embedded in our homes, cybersecurity has now become a national concern. So the job market right now is booming. Luckily for our students, we've had tremendous placement in our programs at WVU. And the mission of our center is to help students get that real-world experience. I want to get students outside of my classroom, where they're able to go out, use the knowledge that they've learned in the classroom to go help West Virginians. Whether you're a power plant operator or you're just a local mom and pop shop, I want them to actually help secure our systems and data all across the state.
How do you prepare students to go beyond the technology that is apparent and available today, because it's always expanding, it's always changing? So how do you create in them a mindset rather that helps them adapt in the long term?
It's a great question. This is not a field where you can stay static. I tell every single student, if you don't enjoy learning, if you want to stay comfortable and not have to adapt, find another profession. Don't go into cybersecurity. You have to learn something new every single day. This field changes week by week. So my advice that I tell students is make sure that you stay uncomfortable in your job. If you're not learning something new, you're not learning new tactics, new technologies, new strategies to defend systems, then you're probably falling behind. So always stay current. Read new technical blogs, read new manuals of new technologies that come out. Go out and experiment, right? When you are actually going and doing the work in the field, that's when you're learning. So our classroom and degree programs, we provide you with the foundation, but where you're really going to learn continuously is going out and doing the work. And that's what our center does.
Do you ever have students try to break something? I mean, essentially, well, you're talking, and I'm just sitting here thinking, hackers try to stay one step ahead, right? Mm-hmm. Do you ever try to do you get students to think like the hackers, try to get them to break something?
Absolutely. You have to have a little bit of a devious mind to work in cybersecurity. You almost have to think, how would a cyber criminal break this, right? That is a very common way of thinking. If you learn how to defend a system, you should also learn how to break that very same system. And that's going to help you put more resilient defenses in place. So absolutely, when it comes to cybersecurity, you do have to have sort of that opposite mindset of, okay, I know how to defend systems, but here's also how people would go on offense as well.
If I'm a guy that thinks about this every day, I'm probably always asking myself, have we prepared well enough? And as you go out and consult and you talk with businesses and you talk with other organizations, are you finding that they have prepared enough, or are they not up to snuff?
In cybersecurity, there is a saying where you can never prepare enough. No matter what we do, every system is going to have some sort of vulnerability. What we're trying to do is reduce the risk to our systems, our people, our processes in businesses, right? So when we think about cybersecurity in a nutshell, all it is a risk calculation. We're reducing the risk to the organization. Now, granted, putting cybersecurity controls and best practices in place, that will help your organization. But never ever think that, oh, I secured my systems, I have an antivirus now, I'm impenetrable. You're always going to have the potential to be hacked. So it's more of we're following those best practices to try to reduce our risk of being hacked. You're never totally, truly secure.
Chris Ramezan joining us, by the way, the Cyber Resilience Resource Center. Not trying to be too dramatic here, but is cyber warfare the thing of the future? Is that the biggest next? I mean, we think ships and bombs and missiles, but is really the biggest risk somebody hacks into our systems from an enemy standpoint?
It's a tremendous concern. Think about what is going on in Ukraine. Currently, before Russia had any troops on the ground in Ukraine, they were conducting cyber attacks, trying to take out their power grid, trying to take out power distribution plants. Think about what just happened in Venezuela. The American operation that just went in to extract Maduro, they used some cyber attacks to try to disrupt their communication system. So now that hasn't been confirmed yet, but I think everybody knows that was going on in the background before the team actually went physically on the ground. So absolutely, this is a huge concern for any nation. Now in America, we have some of the top experts in our Department of War and the United States Cyber Command and other agencies that are helping keep our national critical infrastructure safe. We just want to help do our part in West Virginia.
I want to ask a question. I want to ask it with grace, and I don't want to be judgmental to anybody that has done this. Dave and I are talking this morning. People put these images into ChatGPT so they can get a caricature. And to me, that is absolutely insane. Why would you do that? It seems harmful. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it's a concern, right? Any picture that you put up on ChatGPT, consider that to be public now, right? And the same goes with any social media. Think about it. If you're posting pictures of your vacation while you're there, where are you not? You're no longer home. Yeah. So anyone will know to get into your house because they know you're not there. You're in Hawaii and you're not freezing in West Virginia right now. So just think about those things. When you are posting any sort of images or any sort of data online that the public can see, now they know where you are.
I don't know if it's scary or, a sign that the Terminators are coming, but all you got to do is tell ChatGPT, hey, based on what you know, do the caricature. That's how people are getting these images. A lot, it's recreating a real picture, but then it goes, oh, well, you work in radio, you cover sports, you have dogs, and you're going, didn't know you knew that much about me. Thanks, AI.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, but it also makes me think back to Dave's point about security. Given that AI has kind of flipped it, it's more about input now.
Yeah.
With these data centers, huge data centers, can someone use AI as a pipeline if they want to be nefarious in order to infect a data center? Or am I just making something up that totally doesn't exist?
No, it's a legitimate concern. I mean, we are seeing a lot of cyber attacks that are taking place where people are using AI to automate the cyber attack. Remember all like the phishing emails, the Nigerian prince scams that always used to happen?
Yeah.
I used to be a Nigerian prince. If you only give me $500, I'll give you a couple million. The issues with those phishing attempts was there always used to be typos, and there used to be like small irregularities that people would pick up.
So you could see, yeah.
Right. Now with AI, it is fully grammatically correct. It looks perfectly formatted, and people are getting confused a lot easier because AI is helping to automate cybercrime and cyber attacks. So it's a tremendous concern.
Let's end on a high note here. Since we went down the road of, doom, gloom, and despair here, how is AI going to improve the way we do business, improve the way we communicate, improve the economy? A lot of bets are being made on AI in the economy right now, but what's the upside as we move into the next decade?
To me, AI is a force multiplier for any business. I mean, when you think about it, there are certain tasks that are just inherently mundane. They're tasks that maybe even no specific job does, but it takes up a tremendous amount of time. We can use AI to help automate those things away. I mean, how many simple emails where all it takes is a thank you, but writing that out takes 5 minutes of your time because then it disrupts all your thoughts and then you have to go back to doing the original thing you were doing. AI can help handle those things and make us more productive. So in my opinion, whether you are a plumber that is trying to use AI to help keep track of your clients and send out marketing emails, or you are a professor trying to help modernize your classes and trying to get feedback from the AI, any job, any discipline, medicine, finance, information technology sector, I think AI can help automate those processes.
Quick hit on this. Is quantum computing going to change the world, and how important is it that the U.S. wins that race?
I mean, if quantum computing does work, because it's still in an experimental stage, I think it is vital for the United States to stay in the lead. Quantum computing will completely revolutionize our technology industry. It will make previously impossible calculations on our traditional binary computers which would take thousands of years to calculate, it would take a quantum computer days. So it is imperative for America to stay in the lead, not only for the computational power, but also for the privacy aspect. Quantum computing can break a lot of our encryption that helps keep our data online private and keep our conversations secure. Quantum computing can break a lot of that encryption. So if it does become a viable technology, it is absolutely imperative that America stays in the lead.
Yep, I'm more certain than ever. I'm moving to a cabin in Tucker County off the grid.
It's exciting, though, too.
Neither way, I don't have to show you to come with me to Tucker County.
It's a great field to get into, guys. I mean, we're living in the age of AI and technology. It's a wonderful thing.
Chris Ramezan, the Cyber Resilience Resource Center. If you say it slow, you can get it out without screwing it up too bad. Hey, appreciate you stopping by. Fascinating conversation. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
More from the Capitol in a moment. It's WVU Day. We're at the AARP broadcast location. Back in a moment.
Located in the heart of West Virginia, Bridgeport is the place to play. Endless indoor and outdoor recreation opportunities, including the Bridgeport Complex, coupled with a dynamic food scene, make Bridgeport the perfect getaway destination for couples and families. Explore unique shopping and pick from a wealth of lodging options to find something perfect for your needs. Explore the heart of West Virginia in Bridgeport. Learn more about all there is to do at greater-bridgeport.com.
Coal-based generation remains the backbone of West Virginia's energy portfolio, ensuring reliability, security, and affordable electricity throughout the region. Our coal plants are engineered for performance, designed to run most efficiently at or near a 70% capacity factor. This level of operation is not arbitrary. It's based on sound engineering principles, scientific analysis, and has been formally adopted by the West Virginia Legislature as a reasonable target for optimal performance. When our coal fleet operates near that benchmark, it provides stable power to the grid, maintains cost efficiency, and supports thousands of good-paying jobs across our state. Coal generation also drives local tax revenue that sustains schools, infrastructure, and community services. Working in partnership with state leaders and the Trump administration, we're ensuring that our coal fleet remains modern, efficient, and ready to power West Virginia and beyond for decades to come. This message brought to you by the West Virginia Coal Association and Friends of Coal.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
For over 4 decades, we've been rooted deep inside West Virginia. Through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Proudly serving your neighborhood since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community.
The health plan. We are here for you.
You're listening to Talkline on MetroNews, the voice of West Virginia.
Poca Valley has proudly served the citizens of Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties for over a century. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to building relationships and meeting your financial needs. And with the Poca Valley Visa card, you can enjoy competitive interest rates, no annual fees, and a rewarding points program, all from a bank you know and trust. Visit your local Poca Valley office to apply or call us. Poca Valley, where relationships matter. Member FDIC.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
I've had a complicated relationship with food. My job was to talk to heart failure patients about diet and exercise. I felt like, why would you listen to me? Because I was not following a diet that was healthy for me. I needed help. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 175 pounds. I feel like I'm free. They hold the skill, they hold the tools, and they're waiting for you to come say that you need the help.
Stike Wealth Enhancement Group is now Wealth Enhancement. We believe retirement starts with a plan. Saving for college starts with a plan. Your legacy starts with a plan. Do you have the right plan? Call our team at 304-4 443-4240 or email stike-info@wealthenhancement.com.
Let's get an update from Brad McElhenney, sponsored by AARP, your ally for real possibilities in the Mountain State. Connect on social media at AARP West Virginia. Learn more at aarp.org/WV. Morning, Brad. What's happening?
Oh, good morning. Happy WVU Day. So it is good that this is a short segment. Today is not a target-rich environment. The Senate had no committee meetings at all this morning. They were doing whatever, meeting amongst themselves. The House has been running subcommittees. Now let me do a dramatic reading of some floor sessions, which are happening right now. This is from the Senate. They got 3 bills up. 2 of them I will read to you. Engrossed Committee substitute for Senate Bill 155, relating to adjunct teaching permits.
Mm-hmm.
The third on their passage agenda is Engrossed Committee substitute for Senate Bill 532, relating to certified public accountants.
Oh, that's the CPA bill we talked
CPA
about.
bill. Good bill.
You guys are unexpectedly excited about that.
Well, that's about the highest level of excitement you're going to get today. But, that's one we recognized.
The House has 3 bills on passage also. The first is House Bill 4004, relating to the creation of the Recharge West Virginia program.
That's part of. I'm sorry to interrupt. That's part of.
It must be
the overall. What's the name of the program? Team
West Virginia.
Team West Virginia. Yeah. Okay.
They also have Bill 4484 to expand each county commission's ability to sell or lease property. So these are fine things. This is what I say when I say it's not fair to say they're doing nothing. It also is fair to say, aside from the ones you guys got excited about, it might not knock your socks off.
When's the floodgate open? What are we now, day 22? Got to open the gate at some point, don't you, if we're going to tackle the big stuff?
I'm a believer that trends tend to be trends. Next week, I believe, we reach the halfway point, and in the words of a sports philosopher, they are who we thought they are.
Well done, Denny Green. Look, I can't shake this feeling, and it's nothing more than a feeling, and the people I talk to have nothing more than a feeling. And maybe it's just that ever sense of dread we have as West Virginians, that the other shoe's going to fall and the bad thing's going to happen. It feels like folks are waiting for the top to come off and then, the real arguments to begin. I don't know that that's going to happen, though. I don't know that it won't. Don't know that it will, but it's a feeling that a couple of people have told me about. So take that for whatever it's worth.
Mr. Meadows is...
He's having a
if
feeling
If you're watching MetroNews television, he's got a thought bubble.
I think that feeling was somewhat cemented, somewhat validated by the note that went out this morning from the Black Bear PAC, which is a Governor Morrissey PAC, saying, hey, we got more than $4 million. And if you don't want to work with the governor and his agenda, well, we got more than $4 million for 2026. Governor's not up in 2026. I put 2 and 2 together. That seemed like a shot across the bow to me.
So you're saying it's more than a feeling?
Boston, very good song.
That was some good singing.
That's where we are at this point in the session, Brad. Brad, sponsored by AARP, your ally for real possibilities in the Mountain State. Always appreciate it. Thanks. Coming up, Michael Benson, WVU president, scheduled to stop by here in the second half hour as we continue at the AARP broadcast location on MetroNews, the voice of West Virginia. It's 11:30. Let's get a news update from the MetroNews Radio Network. Find out what's happening across the great state of West Virginia.
West Virginia Metro News. I'm Chris Lawrence. A remarkable recovery continues. Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf continues his recovery from a gunshot wound suffered during November while deployed to Washington, D.C. And for the first time since that incident, Wolf this week made a post to Facebook, writing, quote, I am grateful to be alive. Thank you for your prayers and support. It's been overwhelming, and I'm still trying to and determined. It's been hard to get through something like this. Thank you for everything, unquote. Now, Wolf's dad is a Berkeley County Sheriff's deputy, and Berkeley County Sheriff Rob Blair offered an update on his recovery on Metro News affiliate WEPM Radio.
talked to Jason yesterday, and they're very encouraged with his progress. They've scheduled him early March for I believe it's called a cranioplasty to fix the damage to his skull, and that's a big step. The fact that he is where he is right now is an absolute miracle. I keep saying that. They're so appreciative of the prayers. You can follow Melody, and she keeps everyone updated, and she's a strong woman of faith, and that's what's gotten him through this.
A fellow guard member, Sarah Beckstrom of Summersville, was also shot that day and died a day later. A Kanawha County man is headed to prison for the maximum for a fatal DUI crash. 46-year-old Alva Jones of Charleston gets a 3 to 15-year prison term. You're listening to Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia. Hi, I'm Chris Lawrence. Make plans to join me at the Mountain States premier fishing, hunting, and outdoor sports show presented by Can-Am, Saturday and Sunday, March 7th and 8th at Milan Park in Morgantown. Over 200 vendor booths and 100,000 square feet of everything outdoors, all under one roof. Great prizes, seminars, and kids fish for free in the Academy Sports Trout Pond. It's the 24th annual West Virginia Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show, March 7th and 8th at Milan Park in Morgantown. A WVRC media event.
Who are the toughest men and women in the area? It's the 41st annual Tough Man Contest, coming this Friday and Saturday to the Parkersburg High School Fieldhouse. Sponsored by Astor Auto, Shirt Factory and Sporting Goods, Pro Trust Advisors, West Virginia Mobile Drug Testing, North Central West Virginia Airport, J.W. Potts Insurance, and All-Tech Environmental and Construction. After party at the West Virginia Polo Club. Buy tickets at WVToughman.com, at the Polo Club, or at the door. Tough it out. Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m.
A fire in Brooke County claimed to life. The blaze occurred Tuesday at a home in Follinsby. The name of the victim was not released, but investigators say it was a man in his 60s, and a cause for the fire is unknown. In Harrison County, deputies are on the hunt of a driver of a vehicle that was found upside down in a creek. A school bus driver made the discovery in an area called Catfish Hollow on the morning run. Firefighters say there was nobody in the vehicle at the time, but the victim evidently communicated with 911 using satellite text. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
Metro News Talkline at the AARP broadcast location. I know there's snow and ice and it's been cold, but now is the time to think about a pontoon boat. It may not feel like pontoon boat weather, but it won't be long. The weather will break, it'll warm up, and you're going to wish you've been thinking about it now when it's warm in May, June, and July. Get ready early with great deals on pontoon boats and fishing boats at Lou Wendell Marine Sales. Check out our inventory at LouWendellMarineSales.com. Lou Wendell Marine Sales, we sell family fun. WVU President Michael Benson going to join us coming up, but this is not Michael Benson, by the way, but it is Jorge Atiles with WVU Extension. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing well. Glad to talk to you. On the spot, jumps right in, spur of the moment.
Love it. That's what we do in Extension. We're always ready.
Well, give people an idea. WVU Extension Services, what are you doing in Extension?
So we do all kinds of things. We are part of the land-grant mission of the university. Every state has a land-grant university, a minimum of one, and we are the flagship. We have faculty in every single one of the 55 counties, and with that, we actually extend the university to the people. We learn what the people need, and we try to find solutions. We look at research-based practices, and we help people improve upon their health, diets, their agriculture, their finances, and you name it.
Give us an idea of some of the key projects you're working on right now.
Oh, my goodness. So we are focused on 7 outcomes that we want for the state after we did a survey across the nation. So we are right now focusing on the workforce, on the pipeline. So all of our 4-Hers are being trained, are being provided with skills in STEM particularly, anything that can actually give them an edge and an advantage to be able to succeed. With our Energy Express program, which we do now in conjunction with our Center for Community Engagement, we actually help kids during the summer slide be able to continue to learn to read and be able to advance. So there are many ways in which we are preparing the next workforce of the state.
Dr. Jorge Atiles joining us, official title, Associate Vice President, Dean for Land Grant Engagement. As the land grant institution here in West Virginia, what responsibility comes with that?
It's a big responsibility because we are a people's university. So the idea that with our teaching, our research, and our service, we need to benefit the public good. Something has to come out of that to be able to improve the lives and livelihoods of all West Virginians and even beyond.
Dr. Jorge Attiles joining us here on the AARP broadcast location, VP Dean of Land Grant Engagement. What are some of the questions lawmakers are asking you? Have you gotten a chance to talk to some of the legislators today?
Yes, I have.
What do they want to know?
But for one thing, they're very thankful for what we do as a university. And with extension, with our experiment stations and everything that we bring back to the state, they're very grateful for that. And we are accountable to it because, they provide funding. They match funding that we get from the federal government for us to be able to do this job. Some of the questions they're asking is that are we preparing our students, on AI things? How are we going to be perhaps affected with whatever may be happening in the counties with the boards of education? And that will affect 4-H, for example, because we have a long-term partnership. And they also have been asking about our financial, state. The university came out of a big budget, issue.
Yes. That's
so we had to make very tough decisions, and now we are in a good place. We are well rated, and we are rebuilding.
If someone is listening, and they're in one of the counties, and maybe they're not familiar with the extension service, and they want to learn more, can they just drop in and say, "Hey guys, what's happening?"
Absolutely, anytime they can drop in. They can just Google extension or look in their own counties. They probably know who they are. But they can go there and ask any question, and then we pull in the resources of the university to find solutions to those questions.
But extension is, to me, always has been such a direct connection between the local communities, the counties, and the university because, hey, you might have a garden in your backyard. You go to the extension office. Hey, what's this bug? How do I handle these bug? How do I handle this weed? It can be the guy that's got the small plot. It could be the guy that's doing it, farming for business.
Correct.
It's always been such a direct connection between the community and what seems like, the big university, which seems sometimes, maybe untouchable, if you will, if you follow my analogy.
That's by design. Since extension was formally, created by Congress in 1914, we have been at it. In every single county or parish in the entire nation, we have that presence to really be able to connect the university with the people who we serve and vice versa. Because we don't always have all the answers. And we learn a lot from the people that we serve. I'm also dean of the Davis College of Ag and Natural Resources, so we do a lot of work in our experiment stations, helping farmers, have a better yield, and coming up with new technology that could be utilized to increase production, to secure our food.
You seem to really enjoy what you do.
I love it.
Why?
Because it's my purpose. Really, I was born to serve, and there's nothing better than be able to serve the people of the state, but through our division. We have phenomenal ability to connect, to listen, to learn, and to co-create things together. We also have the Center for Community Engagement, which we actually help prepare the students at the university to engage with communities. We work with communities, and communities largely define. We have, a community, a neighborhood, or we can have a community of firefighters or medical doctors. We work with them to be able to connect the students so they can have a service learning experience and be able to learn from real life.
Dr. Jorge Attiles, Associate Vice President, Dean of Division for Land Grant Engagement, here on WVU Day at State Capitol. Having fun today?
Tons of fun. This is great. This is really exciting to see everybody here in spite of the weather.
That's right.
Yeah, we're having a phenomenal time.
I've had enough of the weather, Jorge. I've had enough.
Well, I got, my boots were all full of water at 7:30 a.m. trying to cross the street. But it's what you do.
Yep. We're here. Hey, appreciate you stopping by on short notice. Thank you very much.
No problem.
WVU President Michael Benson will join us next. Talkline from the State Capitol continues in a moment.
Tens of thousands of hardworking West Virginians earn their living in our state's growing natural gas industry, including thousands for Antero Resources, West Virginia's top natural gas producer. Antero's investments are boosting our local workforce and small businesses. We're proud to give back and invest locally to support West Virginia workers producing West Virginia energy. but the Mountain State's best days are ahead, and Antero Resources is just getting started. Visit AnteroResources.com to learn more.
Since 1926, the West Virginia Hospital Association has been the collective voice of our state's hospitals. With a shared vision of strengthening communities, improving lives, and supporting our state's economic well-being, our member hospitals work every day to provide high-quality, accessible care. This year, we celebrate 100 years of a unified voice and our ongoing commitment to supporting our members in achieving a strong, healthy West Virginia.
A message from the West Virginia Hospital Association, online at WVHA.org.
Hi, I'm Chris Lawrence, and the great outdoors is coming inside. Join me at the 24th Annual West Virginia Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show presented by Can-Am, March 7th and 8th at Milan Park in Morgantown. More than 100,000 square feet of fishing gear and hunting supplies, outfitters and charter boats, ATVs, campers and tractors, guns, knives, and much more, all under one roof. An outdoorsman's paradise. The West Virginia Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show, March 7th and 8th in Morgantown. A WVRC media event.
Picture a community where every space tells a story. Those are the communities we're designing at ZMM Architects and Engineers. With a blend of creativity and technical expertise, we design spaces that inspire, innovate, and ignite change. From cutting-edge educational facilities to community-centric gathering spaces, we're committed to improving lives through design. Let us help you shape a brighter future for generations to come. Because at ZMM, it's more than architecture. It's about building your legacy.
You're listening to Talkline on MetroNews, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Across West Virginia, hospitals are always here, healing, helping, and standing strong for our communities. Hospitals save lives and build livelihoods. They're among our largest employers, with a passionate workforce of 54,000 West Virginians. Hospitals are economic drivers, contributing close to $17 billion to our state's economy and working to ensure access to care for all. From life-saving moments to wellness support, West Virginia hospitals keep our state healthy, our families strong, and our future bright.
New year, new trucks. Start your year off with a new truck from Dan Cava Toyota World. Now lease a 2025 Tacoma for as low as $299 a month. Save over $7,500 off on select Tundras or get 2.99% for 72 months. It's your last chance to get a gas model 2025 RAV4. Don't miss out. Come experience cars you can count on year after year. Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop Thoron.
Poca Valley has proudly served the citizens of Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties for over a century. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to building relationships and meeting your financial needs. And with the Poca Valley Visa card, you can enjoy competitive interest rates, no annual fees, and a rewarding points program, all from a bank you know and trust. Visit your local Poca Valley office to apply or call us. Poca Valley, where relationships matter. Member FDIC.
Virginia. MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
A buzz in the state capitol today. It's West Virginia University Day in the state capitol. Lots of displays all over the upper rotunda this morning. Joining us here at the ARP broadcast location, the president of West Virginia University, Dr. Michael Benson. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you. I love my AARP chair because I am a member. I turn 61 this month, so how about that? I get a senior discount.
You don't act like 61 out water skiing and everything that you do.
I try to stay young, but I found that politics, as they say, is a contact sport. So you got to stay fit, and I'm enjoying my day up here. I was here last night for Universities United with our colleagues from Marshall, and we had our budget presentation today, and I thought it went very well.
The budget presentation, other than the usual, what were some of the big asks you brought to the legislature this year?
Well, this is my fourth different state giving presentations before now, 4 different legislatures and legislators. So, every place is different. This one is very orchestrated. The chair of the committee, Chairman Chris, who runs an exceptional meeting, kind of stands there, and I guess it's symbolic that as long as he's standing, he's in command and kind of in control of the committee. So he was right there standing the whole time while I was presenting, and then I was followed by President Brad Smith from Marshall. And we talked about our own individual needs, and they had questions about our budget, all our individual asks, but also as a Universities United, what we're asking kind of in tandem, and that is money for deferred maintenance, money into the funding formula based on kind of inflationary pressures. And then all of us asked a mutual kind of beneficial request, and that is expansion of our academic medical centers and instruction space. Brad used a stat today that I didn't know. Of the 82 medical schools in the country, Marshall's the only one that doesn't have its own standalone medical school building. They're housed in a hospital. Mm-hmm. We'd like to expand our class to be responsive to the needs, the healthcare needs of the state. So, and together with the DO school as well down in Greenbrier County, I believe is where it is, Lewisburg, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, it's important for us to make those requests together, but it's also important for us to make our individual cases and see that we're two very different institutions, but we're complementary. We're working together, and the state is better served when we cooperate like that, but we also are kind of functioning as two very different sorts of institutions and addressing the challenges of the state and for the country.
The governor had asked every state agency for a 2% across-the-board cut. Were you susceptible to that? Did you have to make a cut, or are you asking to remain whole or net add to your budget?
So, yes, in his State of the State, which I attended a few weeks ago, that was kind of one of the requests he had made. His staff had sent that note out. We were waiting because you never know what the legislature is going to do. I mean, the way it happens in most states is the governor presents the budget, and then one chamber or the other gets the first whack at it. This year, I understand it's the Senate's turn.
Correct.
So they'll come back with their proposal, and so we'll just wait and see what happens. But I'm confident that regardless, given what he proposed in terms of increases to cover the salary increases for all of our state employees and the PEIA increases, and then some money into the model for the funding formula, will come out a net increase. So we're very positive. We're very sanguine at this point of the process.
Michael Benson joining us, WVU president. Yesterday, President Trump signed a funding bill. I think they finally got all their appropriations bills done on Capitol Hill. Does that impact WVU at all?
It does. There were 4 big kind of big ticket items for us. One, and let me start by saying thanks to Senator Capito and Senator Justice, because both of them had an impact on the last funding tranche, and that's $6.2 million for the PRT. So it's 50 years old last year. The other 3 requests went through Senator Capito's HHS committee, and they were $15 million for Phase 2 of the renovation of our dental school, almost $11 million for RNI, Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute, and then $2.3 million for the emergency room renovation at Weirton, up at our medical center, our medical facility up there. So it was a good day for us. I know people were kind of waiting on pins and needles because there was a lot of other funding. I looked on Senator Justice's website last night, and a lot of other funding went to various parts of the state. But we're fortunate to have a very capable, very committed federal delegation that looks out for all of us.
A few weeks back we talked, and you just released a report talking about WVU's impact on GDP, not only in West Virginia but across the nation. As you're in town here speaking with legislators, did they receive that message, and are they acting on that message?
Well, acting part, we'll wait and see. They have received it, and they're receiving it very kind of enthusiastically. We had a chance to talk about it with Albert Wright, 10 days ago or so, and it's a big number. I mean, $14.3 billion between the university and WVU Medicine. And that's very significant. We pay nearly $900 million in payroll taxes. So, yes, people have been surprised, I think, by the numbers, by the magnitude of them, but it translates into everyday impact in a positive way on the lives of every single citizen of our state.
WVU President Michael Benson, overall, what's your message to lawmakers here on West Virginia University Day at the Capitol?
Well, I started as a fundraiser at the University of Utah, and I tell legislators all the time, we need to treat you like a major donor, because you are. And how do you treat a major donor? You keep them informed. You tell them how their investment is paying a dividend or return, and you keep them apprised of what's going on at the university. So I really enjoy this part of my job. I enjoy getting to know our legislators. I thank them all the time for taking time away from their jobs and their professions and responsibilities and serving the state. So I like it. I have a good feeling about where we're headed. The nice thing about our session here, too, it's a finite period of time. Now, they may extend for budgetary or whatever other circumstance, but 60 days, you can kind of plan on that. In South Carolina, there were some months, years where we didn't, as they say, adjourn sine die until June.
Oh, wow.
So we got to keep pushing forward.
We're a hard out here. Burning question, Dave and I were curious. Saw that PRT car out front. Are you going to get all 134 lawmakers in it at the same time?
Now, I hear the record is even north of that, so I don't think we want to jeopardize life or limb by doing that.
Well, we figured you put them all in there, and it's kind of like a cage match, right? You get your budget, and they don't get out until you get your budget.
It's out there, and what an iconic kind of image of campus, 50 years old, and the way it gets people around is really quite unique.
Well, yesterday and today, two of our favorite days. Speaking for you again, didn't mean to do that.
Please do. You're right.
It is two of our favorite days. One, you get to see what the universities are doing. You get to see what the students are up to, and it can get awfully discouraging in this building in particular. You're talking, you get into arguments, but to see what's going on, it's actually very encouraging. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but it's encouraging to see what the students are doing, what the programs are doing. Two of our favorite days at the Capitol.
Well, I completely concur. You look around and you see them. I mean, this is the manifestation of what higher education is about. You find a young person, a student, who gets passionate about their discipline, about what they want to pursue professionally, and they're the best evangelists of the cause. And it goes for both institutions. It goes for all of our institutions. We're fortunate to have great higher education opportunities in our state.
But the collective nature and collaborative nature, too. We've talked to all the regional presidents, or some of them this morning, and it kind of reminds me of that University of California system. It's like we're all together, and wherever the student wants to go and whatever is best for the student and whatever produces the best result for the state. That's a wonderful way to think about it.
It is, and you think about it, we only have, 1.9 million residents in West Virginia. We're served better by cooperating. So students will have a point of entry along a broad spectrum that could be a 2-year degree, it could be a trade, it could be a 4-year degree at a Kaiser or a Potomac State, or in Huntington at Marshall or Shepherd or wherever. So the more we can cooperate, the more we can try and keep costs down and ensure access for every West Virginian, the better we'll be served.
President of West Virginia University, Dr. Michael Benson, always a pleasure having you on.
Thank
Hope
you.
Enjoy your day at the Capitol.
I really enjoyed being with both of you. Thank you.
Absolutely. We're back to wrap it up from the Capitol at the AARP broadcast location in a moment.
Hospitals drive West Virginia's economy. They produce jobs and create opportunities while keeping our communities healthy. Employing nearly 54,000 people, West Virginia hospitals rank among our state's largest and most dependable employers. They provide more than $1 billion in community benefits and generate nearly $17 billion in total economic impact each year. Hospitals are investing where it counts, advancing health, ensuring access to care, and powering West Virginia's economic future.
A message from the West Virginia Hospital Association, online at WVHA.org.
Coal-based generation remains the backbone of West Virginia's energy portfolio, ensuring reliability, security, and affordable electricity throughout the region. Our coal plants are engineered for performance, designed to run most efficiently at or near a 70% capacity factor. This level of operation is not arbitrary. It's based on sound engineering principles, scientific analysis, and has been formally adopted by the West Virginia Legislature as a reasonable target for optimal performance. When our coal fleet operates near that benchmark, it provides stable power to the grid, maintains cost efficiency, and supports thousands of good-paying jobs across our state. Coal generation also drives local tax revenue that sustains schools, infrastructure, and community services. Working in partnership with state leaders and the Trump administration, we're ensuring that our coal fleet remains modern, efficient, and ready to power West Virginia and beyond for decades to come. This message brought to you by the West Virginia Coal Association and Friends of Coal.
You're listening to Talkline on MetroNews, the voice of West Virginia.
I have had a complicated relationship with food. My job was to talk to heart failure patients about diet and exercise. I felt like, why would you listen to me? Because I was not following a diet that was healthy for me. I needed help. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 175 pounds. I feel like I'm free. They hold the skill, they hold the tools, and they're waiting for you to come say that you need the help.
Trojan Landing Marine is now Charleston's newest power sports dealership.
We now feature a full line of sleek Suzuki street bikes and four-wheelers. We're now offering the innovative riding experience of Benda motorcycles. The next step in motorcycle evolution with all-electric Zero high-performance bikes. We've now got Segway vehicles starting as low as $10,000. Come in and check out our great selection of high-quality Benelli and Royal Enfield bikes. Visit Trojan Landing in Charleston, now your water, road, and dirt dealership.
Coming to Parkersburg High School, February 6th and 7th. Who are the toughest men and women in the state of West Virginia? Watch Tough Man live on MetroNews Television to find out. Featured fights, top 5 finishes, and event archives. Download MetroNews Television on iPhone, iPad, Android, Roku, LG TV, Apple TV, Fire TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Find out more at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
Stike Wealth Enhancement Group is now Wealth Enhancement. And we craft detailed financial plans for people like you because you're building your retirement your way. You deserve advice that's built to handle what your life brings. To meet with your Stike team advisor, call us at 304-443-4240 or email stike-info@wealthenhancement.com.
This Valentine's Day, fall in love with your internet again. CityNet Gig Fiber delivers fast, reliable speeds with no contracts, no data caps, and local West Virginia support. And right now, new customers get 50% off any internet plan for 1 full year with plans starting at just $25 a month. Check availability at your address. Visit citynet.net today. CityNet, love at first speed. Also, don't forget, jackpots are in the millions here in West Virginia. They're on the rise every week. Powerball hits Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays. Mega Millions lights up Tuesdays and Fridays. Powerball jackpot is $80 million. Mega Millions jackpot's $346 million. Go ahead, play today. Got to give a big shout-out today to University of Communications' Shauna Johnson. The former newser gets an associate producer credit today. She was rallying guests all over the Capitol, tracking people down, getting them over here. Big shout-out to her. We would have had nothing on the show today if it wasn't for Shauna.
Outstanding, Shauna.
We tried to get her to come on and actually be a third co-host, but she wouldn't do it. She said she's retired now.
It would have been an upgrade to us, frankly, if we could have gotten her. You know, that was always her, though. She never wanted to be the story. She always said, don't be the story.
She's the consummate reporter. But big shout-out to her. Thanks for all of the help arranging all the guests on the show today. Coming up tomorrow, U.S. Senator Shelley Moore Capito will join us from Washington, D.C. Now that the funding bills are through, we will talk to Senator Capito coming up tomorrow. Might try to go get a fried bologna sandwich here this afternoon down in Rupi's office.
Be a great day for it.
Had a lot of fun the last couple of days. We'll get back to some more of the things happening and, well, maybe not happening over in the House and Senate tomorrow. Back in the studios on Friday for Steam Release and Stirewall. We presume will be available on Friday. Very busy man. Very busy man.
I think he really likes coming on. I think he misses it when he doesn't come on, honestly.
Again, big thanks to WVU today for coming on, Dr. Benson, all of the guests. And we will be back tomorrow in the upper rotunda of the West Virginia State Capitol here at the AARP broadcast location. In fact, I think we're going to talk to AARP tomorrow as well, as a matter of fact. So, big show lined up tomorrow. Who knows what may happen this afternoon and what may not happen this afternoon. This is Talkline on Metro News. For 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.